Hello students and welcome to this part 4 video of the chapter friction. In this video I will take the topic friction a necessary evil. So we will study that why friction it is necessary for us by taking several examples from our day-to-day life activities where we find that friction is useful and necessary. And then we will take the example where we find that friction creates hindrance in those situations or where we see that friction is harmful in the situations. So we will study in this video that friction it is a necessary evil for us. The first example we will take is where friction is a necessity for us. For that, the first one is that it helps us to walk on the ground. That means friction is required to walk, to run on the ground. Why friction is required to walk or to run? Because as per Sir Isaac Newton, he said that for every action force there is equal and opposite reaction force. So when we walk, then we push the ground in the backward direction with our feet. When we are pushing the ground in the backward direction with our feet, that is actually called the action force. In return, the ground will push us forward and makes us to move in the forward direction, and that forward reaction it is given by the frictional force. So that means friction is required to move in the forward direction. If there is no friction, that means there will be no forward reaction given by the ground. That is why we always slip on a smooth and slippery floor. The second situation I will be taking is that friction is required for rolling. If I take the example of the tires and the wheels, then the tires and the wheels, then when they move or when they roll on the road, then friction is required because they will give a better grip to the tires and to the wheels while moving on the road when there is friction. If there were no friction, then the tires of the vehicles will go on spinning at the same place and will not move forward at all. So therefore, friction is required for rolling purpose also. Then there are several examples we will be taking over here where friction is required in our many small day-to-day activities. Like whenever you want to hold something, whether it is a pen or a pencil or a book or even a very heavy object also, a cup of tea, a mug of coffee, a glass of water, then for holding anything we require friction. If there will be no friction, then we will not be able to hold all these things in our hand. The next one is that if you want to write with a pen or a pencil on a paper or with a chalk on a blackboard, then also we require friction, because when we are writing on the paper or on the board, then due to friction, the ink particles and the chalk particles, they are held together on that surface because of the rough surface of the friction. So that means friction is required for the writing purpose also. That is why we are not able to write down on a oily space, or when the oil falls on a paper or it is applied on a board, then if we try to write down, then there is no mark on the paper or on the blackboard. So that means friction is required to write on the paper as well as to write on the blackboard. Friction it is also required to hold something on a slope. If there will be no friction, then nothing can stay on a slope, and that is why the friction is very, very important to hold something on a slope. So these were all examples. You can have more examples from your day-to-day life, like imagine that can you tie a knot in your tie or on a thread or on a rope if there will be no friction? Can you fix your photo frame on the wall if there will be no friction? Can you light a matchstick if there is a no friction? Just write down in the comment section after watching the video. Now I will be taking the examples where friction is creating a hindrance. That means friction is an evil or nuisance. The first thing is that we know that whenever we want to move something heavy or light, then lots of our energy, it is getting wasted in overcoming the friction. So this is one of the disadvantage of friction, that a major part of the useful energy which we are applying to move any object, it is getting wasted in overcoming the frictional force. So here this is the main advantage of the friction. The next thing is, some part of the friction, it is also wasted in the form of heat energy while overcoming the force of friction. That means some part is wasted in overcoming the friction, and some part it is converted into the heat energy when the friction while the friction is overcome. So the last one is that friction, it is responsible for a lot of wear and tear of the moving object. Like example, we need to regularly change our shoes. We need to change the old tires from our vehicles. There is need to change the worn out steps of the foot over bridges at the railway station. These all things, they get worn out just because of friction. If there will be no friction, then there will be no requirement to replace all the old machine parts. Since there is friction which leads to wear and tear of all these things, that is why there is always need of replacement of all these machine parts. So these were the example where we